On today's show, I'm going to make a southern beef and potato casserole. All these ingredients combined are always delicious. We're using onions and sharp cheddar cheese, as well as some garlic powder, pinto beans. We're going to smear some sour cream across the top and garnish it up with some green onions. So let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Diabetic Diet Show. Let's start out by getting the fire going under the pan for our onions. And we're going to use some olive oil today. And I think I have a little bit left in my avocado oil, not much, but the avocado oil has a higher burn temperature than the olive oil does, so I wanted to put like a second oil with it to boost that. Get this spread out nice in the pan, and then we'll watch the oil. Ooh, you can smell the olives, it's delicious. And then when that starts shimmering, we'll know it's ready to go. Now, later on for garnish, we're going to use these green onions. And I have this new fancy scissor. It looks like it cuts up about 6 at one shot. So I thought I would go ahead and give this a try and see what it looks like while that's heating up. I've already trimmed them and rinsed them to be able to use them as garnish. It's a little hard to cut if you have a lot. I think it's made to do one at a time. Definitely does one at a time real easy. That's kind of neat. It cuts them up in nice small little pieces for you. I had my big scissors on standby. I cut up everything with the big scissors. And everything just pulls out of here. That's not too bad to use. This is ready. Let's get our onions in here. I've already ran them through my chopper. To save time, I've already cut them up. I did the large blade first, and then I did the small blade and ran them back through again. Now we're going to want to watch these for them to turn yellow. Mix them up in the olive oil really good. And then we have to put some salt on them. So for salt, I have garlic salt here. And you give potatoes a lot of salt, and onions you give them kind of a bit of salt. Now, get this fire turned way down. I put it on high to get this pan going, and wow, this stove is really hot. Okay. Let those sit for just another minute. Go back to finishing this with the bigger scissors because you need them for the bottom. I already cut the root off and washed it. Okay. And I have a glass bowl and a scraper. Just like that. And we'll save those for a little later. Now, I've measured things out already. You don't have to write things down as I say them. All you have to do is down there on the bottom where it says subscribe, you can hit that more button, and then you'll see all the ingredients. I've measured out the milk, and so I'm going to put that away. keep that cold. I've measured out the wheat flour, so we can put that away. These are done now. They're quiet. Just check my fire. So that's kind of on medium. And I have some gloves ready to go. Grab my ground beef. Get that in there. And of course the ground beef, you have to break it up right away. If not, you won't have loose ground beef. You'll have a hamburger. Now I have my garlic powder, since we're not using any fresh garlic. And I have some cream and flour. So I'm going to put the cream in. Of course, that's going to lower the temperature. And then I'm going to put in the flour. Then I'm going to stir it. Bring it back up and let it cook just for another minute or two. See how it's starting to thicken up. Now I'm going to turn the fire off. Just stir it a little bit. It's all nice and thick. That flour really worked great. Now the potatoes, of course, I boiled them for about 8 minutes after I sliced them, and I used a mandolin slicer to cut them at about 1/16 of an inch. And of course rinsed them real well. Make sure you spray your baking dish, especially if you're the person that has to do the cleaning. We're going to start out with a layer of liquid on the bottom as usual, just to catch that heat that comes in from underneath the dish to protect the rest of your ingredients. Then I'm going to put in my beans. Just like that. Okay, I need some potatoes. And let's get a shovel here. Just kind of lay them out here. And if you make a lot of ground beef, you can do a lot of layers with this. It's only the two of us, so we only made one package. If you're doing a family, you're going to want 2 or 3 packages of the ground beef. Now I need some cheese. Good sharp cheddar on top. More beef. Spread out the beef. More potatoes. Nice big layer of these. More beef. here. Here's some more potatoes. I love this new boiling pot that I got. It's mainly made for pastas, but you can use it for anything that you boil. Should be potatoes, rice, beans, carrots, corn, anything. It just has a built-in strainer in it. Just lay all this out here. This, and then we'll put a layer of cheese on it. Just like this. And then you want your oven preheating. Depending on your oven, you're going to probably want it at about 375, and we'll put it in the oven and check it out in a bit. It's almost done, so as soon as this beeps, I'm going to take it out. And of course, I want to put some sour cream on top and some of the green onions. But you also really need to let it sit for about 15 minutes before you eat it. But I'll try to show you. It is going to be hot. Wow, does that look delicious? Tip this up where you can see it. Let's see if we can sneak some out of here and plate it up. To go around the edges with all my casseroles. Just make sure they're clear of the side. And then I'll just try to cut in the middle here. And you know, if you wanted, there is an option that some people do with this. They'll put cream of mushroom soup in here. Now, I didn't do that, but you could if you wanted. So here we go. That on the plate like that. Then we'll put some sour cream on there. Let's move this hot plate out of the way. Sour cream. I love sour cream. Big old pile of it right on top. Just like that. There we go. And then we have our green onions. Sprinkle some on there like that. Wow. Now that looks delicious. Check that out. Well, if you've enjoyed making this, I have a lot of casseroles. Here's two more just like it.